Hello everybody, Simulation ALLI 007 here and welcome back to my channel, and today we are back with another episode of Train Sim World Locos. How strong are they? And today we are doing 35 wagons. There you go, 35 wagons, over 3,500 tons. So with that being said, sit back, relax, and let's get straight into the video. Okay, so this week is going to be an absolute amazing week. I'll get into that in a little bit. But here we have the Class 20s in the GB Rail Freight livery. All connected up, as you can see, all loaded up with whatever they're loaded up with. So let's see if it pulls it. And if you can probably hear, I'm recording my audio after my actual recording because my headphones died again coincidentally before I was recording, so there's that. And how, my guess is as good as yours, how these can pull this weight. I was absolutely shocked. I don't know how it's pulling it. 3,500 tons. That's like normal day today weight. So that is pretty impressive. We will time lapse it in a bit. But getting into this week. Today, obviously, this video. Wednesday is going to be a route visual from Bristol Temple Meads to Cheltenham Spa. Friday is going to be train spotting at Cheltenham Spa. And Saturday is going to be hopefully route visual from Plymouth to Gunners Lake. The week after is going to be back to normal. But in March, I'm going to be going up to where am I going? I'm going up to Gloucester for the week, and I'll get into that in a little bit. But with that being said, let's time lapse, shall we? Well, there you have it. The class 20 chopper done it. Got around the circuit, got over 45 kilometers an hour, or 40 kilometers an hour with this amount of weight, and it has successfully earned itself, and rightfully, in the next round, where I'm going to be adding another 4 wagons. So he's going to go near on 4,000 tons. But with that being said, the next locomotive that we're going to be doing is going to be the 31. Okay, here we are, the BR class 31 locomotive. All connected up, ready to go, and let's see if it pulls it. Struggling at first. Creeping up. It is trying. Try to increase the power slightly before it wheel slips. There we go, there's the wheel slip I was talking about. 3,500 tons. It's a heck of a lot of weight. Just for one locomotive to do is some going. Bearing in mind these weigh 100, so it's, what, I want to say 10 times its weight, if my maths is correct. Over 10 times its weight. So yeah, it's pretty good going. Just can't get the traction. The 31s are renowned for wheel slipping. But with that being said, I am going to time lapse and see if it gets around the circuit.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast, I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah. Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some honestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable. Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages. A vacant, modern kingdom for the taking. Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all.
There we go. The class I keep saying 40 for some reason. The class 31 has done it and earned itself in the next round, which I was very surprised because at the start it did struggle, and if you remember last round it did struggle. So I'm surprised it got through this round, but it is through to the next round. So there we are. Will it get through the next round? Find out next week. But with that being said, the next locomotive to be tested is BR class 33. Here we go then, the BR class 33, number D6556, or 66, sorry. Connected up, ready to go, powering. It is struggling to start. There we go, it's trying. It's that initial momentum to get it going, and then once it's going, it's alright. Then it's just a stopping. There we go, look. Gaining traction. And there's the wheel slip. Back up to the power. 2.5 miles an hour. Slowly but surely. Obviously this is a strength test, not a speed test. I know I said try to get 40 kilometers an hour, which is like what, 20 miles an hour? Something like that, 20, 30 mile an hour. It's not a lot, it's just a strength test. There's 5 miles an hour. Okay, so I am going to time lapse it from here. So enjoy the time lapse. There we go. The class BR class 31 has made it through to the next round. And you can hear that fan just working overtime to try to cool the engine down. But it has done it, made it through to the next round. Will it get to the next round after that? We'll find out next week. So, next locomotive to be tested. Well, find out. Nah, I'm only kidding. Class 37. Here we are then, the BR Class 37, or the Tractor, as it's known. In Colas Rail, you will be seeing this livery very shortly in a series that I'm going to be starting. But in first notch, and it's starting to pull away already. I'm just speechless. Because in my video that I done a couple of weeks ago where I done freight in Cornwall, it struggled doing that, but with 3,500 tons it just pulls it like it's absolutely nothing. So go figure. I'm absolutely speechless how it's just pulling it and speeding up just in notch 2. Very, very impressed. If this doesn't make the 40 kilometer an hour mark, then I don't know what will. But I'm sure it will. So with that being said, let's time lapse, shall we? No surprise there, the class 37 made it through, has made it through, shall I say, to the next round. So, yeah, I'm just absolutely amazed. 3,500 tons roughly, maybe a little bit more, and it's just got through. So far, every locomotive has just blown my expectations out of water. So the next locomotive is the class 40. Here we are then, the class 40. I don't know if I've done this livery before, I can't remember. No, this wasn't a real livery that I found, it's just a custom livery. I thought I'll join in. I've always said the class 40 looks like a bigger class 37. Now I could be wrong, which normally I am, but yeah, and away it goes. sounds amazing. Roughly about the same power level as Class 37, maybe a little bit more. But the class in real life, Class 37s were more reliable and are still today than the Class 40s. So with that being said, let's time lapse, shall we? Okay then, there we are. The Class 40 has done it. Made it through to the next round. Yeah, I'm just... expectations are way above blown. So the next locomotive to be tested with this weight is the Class 45. Here we are then, the Class 45, connected, brakes released and ready to pull. I thought, oh no, the Class 45 isn't going to do it, and there we go. It's just breaking that ice, the first momentum. Once it's got the momentum, it'll keep on rolling. If it's got the traction and everything else goes in its favour, it'll just keep on rolling. There you go, proof of the tonnage. And the locomotive weighs 100... Sorry, I yawned. 130 odd tons. So there we are. Okay, I think let's time lapse, shall we? See if it can get around the circuit. Well, the class 45 is through to the next round and done the speed by 15 kilometers an hour, which is pretty good going with this weight as well. Sorry, I'm recording this, editing this at like 10 o'clock at night, and I'm up in the morning. So, yeah. Next locomotive is the Class 47. Here we are then, the Class 47 in Anglia Railways livery. This is a very old livery of mine, so some pieces are missing. So, sorry about that. But, brakes released, and we are ready to go. Wheel slip pretty much immediately, which I'm not surprised for a class 47, as they were often known for wheel slipping. But once it gets its traction, it's away. There we go. Built up momentum pretty quickly. Okay then, I think it is time for the time lapse. There we are, class 47 has done it, and it is through to the next round. So, the next locomotive that we're going to be testing with this weight is the BR Class 52 Western. Welcome to the Class 52 Western Firebird, which is actually quite, well, amazing for the livery. I made the livery, obviously I didn't make the nameplate, so it was quite a good coincidence actually, which I thought at the time was quite funny. Brakes released and we are already moving, which is a good sign. I have been known to stall the engines before, so I am taking it easy with the engines with the Class 52, because I have stalled the engines going from Paddington to Reading before, and I couldn't get them started again, so I broke the locomotive. Luckily, I wasn't recording, so I couldn't be laughed at. Now I wouldn't have minded. And I will be seeing the Class 52 Western this year on Maisie Day. So I'm very much looking forward to that, as I've never seen a Class 52 working before, so it'll be a new locomotive for me. But with that being said, let's get into the time lapse. Got to love Class 52, and it has made it so far. It has the fastest speed around the track for this round with 56 kilometers an hour, but we're not measuring the speed, we are measuring the pulling power, and the Class 52 is through to the next round. So the last locomotive for this video is the Class 66. Here we are then, the BR Class 66 in GB Rail Freight Evening Star livery. You may have seen this one before. If not, I made this one absolutely donkeys ago. So brakes released, and for some reason, when it gets going, you can hear it sounds like the brakes are actually on, which they're not. For some reason, it glitches. That's the sound of the brakes. But don't worry, I do power through in a bit. I was trying to roll forward, see if it would stop, but it doesn't. So I do power down here, if I remember correctly. It just doesn't sound right. So there's me powering down. I do brake, but I do get back on the power in a bit. There we go. I reset the locomotive, but we're going to power through now and get it rolling. It does eventually stop. I don't know why it does it. It's only with the Class 66 that it actually has done the sound, which is weird. But full power, or almost full power, notch 5, to try and get it running. But Let's time lapse, shall we? If the Class 66 didn't make it, then I would have just stopped everything else. The Class 66 should be the most powerful there out of all of them because it's the newest. So it should have more power. But as you can hear, there's no brake sound. So it was a total glitch. But there we are. The Class 66 is through to the next round, where I'm going to be adding 4 more wagons. There's 35 wagons on here, so there's going to be 39 wagons. So it's going to be pushing 4,000 tons, roughly. So we'll have to see. I don't think the 31, the 33, or the 40 would do it. I reckon some would drop out next round. We'll have to see. But with that being said, thank you very much for watching. If you like what I'm doing, smash that like button. If you're new to the channel, punch that subscribe button. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.